Going for another mostly dark screen again. We'll wait a few minutes for people to pop in. I pray these messages find you at the precise time you need them. Hello, hello. A couple of y'all in here. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining me this evening. Happy Friday. Or at least it's evening where I am. Can y'all hear me? We'll take that as a yes. Sweet. Hello, hello. Hey, Joey. Welcome in. Hey, Alicia. Sorry. Bit on dark mode tonight. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Jordimar. I'm happy you guys dropped in. 17 of y'all in here. Waiting on a few more. Hello, Universal Oracle. Hey, Vanessa. I'm your neighborhood blue light boy. This is what I need to hear right now. Happy to be right on time with these messages then for you. Hey, Joey. What's new? My perspective, man. My perspective. What's new with you? We're gonna wait. We're about time to start. Just waiting on a few more. Okay. Glad you can hear me, Alicia. Woo. Oh my gosh. So, God's funny, right? Oh, Michelle, you're so kind. You're a blessing. Neighborhood blue light boy. Why is that a tongue twister for me? Your neighborhood blue light boy. Very on time. Spirit is always on time. So thank you, Sistar, for listening. Well, I feel like I don't have a choice. It got so loud in my ear. My spiritual master coming through all the time, being like, hello. Surprising me. Yeah, God's got jokes for days. I tell you. Two houses become one. There's a marriage coming. Joey. Is it your marriage? Congratulations. Universal Oracle 999. Energy was out there today. Yeah. I told y'all. Was it neighborhood blue light boy was like, how was your day? I was like, well, or how are you doing? What the hell did you even ask? I was just like, a shift in perspective. That's how things are going. Hey, Jody. I'm hearing we're ready to start, but I thought Dungeon Crueler was coming. I sent out that blue light alert. A blue light boy. So maybe not a blue light, because you're already in the house.
I'll get on.
Red light? We'll call it a red light. Joey, we're going to take questions at the end of this. So if you would be able to hold on to that and reiterate it at the end of this live. If God's got time, if I've got time, and I'm able to ask questions or answer questions, then I'd be happy to answer that. Hey, Rafiki. Yeah. Universal Oracle 999, I hear you.
11:22.
Yeah. Okay.
That's confirmation.
Yup, it's time to start. I was getting, it's time to start. But I'm just like, ooh, this is heavy. Red light, green light, blue light. Oh, all colors, same difference. Yeah. Same love, you know? Oh my God, is that a lion with a crown that you put there?
Oh no.
Yes. Bro, Narsimha's in the house,
Yeah.
all right? Because Narsimha is a half lion, half human body sort of situation going on.
Okay, apparently you need to hear that again. Damn.
Yeah. Lion King all the way. No, don't let him hear you say that, because he'll get a big head. All right, friends. So, yo, some of you guys need to be drinking more water. These activations are heavy, and you're not. You're a little dehydrated. I don't know who that is for. It's probably also for me, but definitely a few of you out here needing to rehydrate. So, I'll drive that home again. So, it's funny because this live stream, like, it's a little dark in here, and I'm feeling that's mirroring the gravity of the situation. Yet there's a duality in this, right? So maybe you guys caught 555, my live stream. Y'all, I don't even know what day it was. It was like a few moments ago. That's all I got. This conversation won't really touch on duality the same way we did in that last live stream, so definitely check that out if you're wanting a bit more clarity around that. But I'm seeing, or Narsimha has been smacking the realization into my head all day about how there's a need for, it's like a chastity to your calling. A chastity, a strict devotion to your calling, your heart's desires. And you're like, well, Julia, you titled this live Karmics, Twin Flames, or Kingdom Spouses. What does that have to do with being chaste to your calling? And I'm here to say it has everything to do with that. Your devotion to God, your devotion to heeding the guidance of your spirit team is essential to staying on the right path towards your inheritance. So, like, I don't even need to say this is for the chosen ones. Y'all already know. You're my tribe. That's why you're here. Catching this live on a Friday night, so I love you. Cheers to you. Robert said, don't be calling me out like that. Listen, God calls me out like that all the time. And the more you dedicate yourself to the Word of God, the more you intend to be dedicated to the Word of God, the more these reality checks come like this, left and right, left and right. And another word for a reality check is a tower moment. And these tower moments come in the form of karmics, they come in the form of twin flames, and they come in the form of kingdom spouses. So in one of my videos, I was talking about a conversation I had with Dolores Cannon about the truth of twin flames. A lot of you guys are already knowing, and I'm just late to the party, but whatever. So twin flames are actually karmics. And anyone, in a weird way, in a way that doesn't feel natural to say because we're so conditioned and put into this distorted reality to think otherwise, is that these twin flames can really be anyone, because they're just mirroring a particular moment in our soul's evolution, our soul's journey to master particular lessons, to come into certain degrees of acceptance with our true identity. Who are we really? Who are we really? Because the goal of a twin flame is to shed light on everything we are not, to clear out these distortions, and that very much by definition is a karmic. Show me what I'm not. Let me reflect back to you what I cannot see, that I'll be able to observe externally, because it's an internal projection of what I'm missing, that your soul called onto your timeline because your soul was desiring to master that aspect of self, aspect of existing, whether that's in a form of a quote unquote karmic or a quote unquote twin flame, doesn't matter. We started this message by saying this is all about chastity to your calling, strict devotion to what your heart truly desires. And you're probably like, well, Julia, how do you know what that is? How do I know what that is? I'm just hearing reverse, reverse, back it up, rewind, as you try to find the right fit. So this is as much about what you desire to do with your life and yourself as it is about understanding the truth of who you really are. Because what we do and who we are not extricable. Like, you can't separate them. An artist makes art. A plumber plums. You catch the drift. So, does plumbing. Thank you for correcting me. Damn. Okay. So, again, Julia, you titled this Karmics, Twin Flames, and Kingdom Spouses. Why aren't you talking about that? Because the journey is about you. It's not about them. It's about you. It's about what does it take for you to get real? What does it take for you to get honest about who you are and what you really want? And at the same time, we're going to take those sirens as confirmation if you all can hear it. That's clearing the distortions that have been bending your reality. Bending, it's like I like to call them contortions. So they're distortions, but they're contortions into a life or into a lifestyle, into a way of existing that doesn't actually fit or feel comfortable. But the distortion aspect is that you're so trained, you're so conditioned, and all these subconscious implants in your mind are telling you that this is what you are. This is who you are. This is what you want. Whether that looks like a job, a place to live, a sense of style and how you dress, your sexuality, your desires in your long-term life, existence, long-term goals. That's the one. So I want to highlight the difference here between a twin flame, which is a karmic, and a kingdom spouse. But I'm hearing it's not quite time yet because there's a couple other things that we need to articulate. I'm just receiving what they are. I'm hearing it's about the distortion, the false light. How do you know who you are when... Oh, that's interesting. We were talking about this last night. Sometimes we don't know who we are in truth because our truth has never been mirrored by anyone around us. And it takes, oftentimes, I would say for most everyone, I'm hearing for literally everyone, it takes sitting in that energy, that karmic circumstance to feel other, and whatever that looks like for you and your soul's journey in this life. To feel other and dissociated in that experience because of the overstimulation of being denied the truth of who you are in the presence of people who cannot understand you, cannot understand you, and therefore project whatever the fuck they're going to project over you to keep you small, keep you trapped, keep you stuck, because they know you'd be better off without them if you left. That quote unquote twin flame sounds karmic as fuck to me. That was sharp, and that was for someone here. And maybe this is your childhood circumstances you grew up in. It could really be anything, any place, any time. And these distortions are what we integrate the duality of. We release the energy of their weight, of their gravity, of their impact on our life, and we carry forward the duality in the lessons learned. I'm trying to think of a slightly generic example in my own life that I've just worked through. But literally, I cannot think of just one, because this whole shift since the solar flares, like, it was the solar storm, I'm hearing Monday. Was that Monday this week? Maybe earlier this week. Started activating all light workers. I mean, everyone here on this planet, but particularly the light workers, the chosen ones, have been activated so deeply that everything built on a false foundation, these distorted realities, that's what I'm referring to, are crumbling in tower moments, left and right, front, center, behind you, under you, above you, freaking everywhere. Freaking everywhere. And while that energy is so jarring to release, the freedom, the upliftment that occurs as a result of that is what is going to align you on the same path as your kingdom spouse. Mastery of self means mastering your perception of what you are not, of what is not you, of who you are not. So when you graduate from these karmic circumstances, these karmic romantic relationships, these karmic twin flame circumstances, and I use circumstances because it's never just about the relationship you're in with that person. It's the time, it's the place, it's the environment, it's the people they're surrounded by, it's the people you're surrounded by. All of these are intermingling in this web of distraction, this web of oppression, this web of distortion, to prevent you from continuing on your path of soul growth. 1818. I'm seeing the moon card in the tarot, signifying subconscious fears and illusions. Right on. Right on. So, I'm hearing myself say, I say all this to say, what does it mean to be in alignment with a kingdom spouse? How is that different from your twin flame? How do you recognize that energy? Because we think that our twin flame is that divine counterpart. And I would say in a very distorted way, they are a divine counterpart in the sense that I just got corrected by Dolores Cannon. Excuse me. Dolores Cannon explicitly told me that divine counterparts are kingdom spouses, and that the distortion is calling your twin flame your divine counterpart. There's a lot of misinformation about that, because your divine counterpart is your perfect mirror. And that's why I got her permission to call them kingdom spouses instead, because there's less of a controversial or polarizing connotation, that's the word. It's not as often spoken about, but you hear divine counterparts thrown left and right. to graduate from the twin flame conception of love as lust for something that you want to be, or your brain is contorted into thinking you are. Oh, Alicia, that's an excellent question, and I'm being guided to answer that now. Alicia said, are twin flames not your perfect mirror? They are and they are not. The duality of it all. You guys are going to hear me saying that shit a lot. So it's going to annoy you as much as it's been annoying me every time I come to one of these realizations. So I'm sorry in advance. Thank you for tolerating me. So twin flames are our mirrors. When I use this word perfect mirror, this... Ooh, okay. Careful. Because anyone comes in this with weird energy, I'm going to check you. Okay? Are twin flames not your perfect mirror? Your perfect mirror is the mirror that reflects your soul's talents and gifts completely undistorted. So your twin flames, yes, several, are also your mirrors in the sense that they're showing you what these distorted realities are that you still hold on to. And those mirrors can be very painful in as far as we identify with that which causes us pain. When we choose to accept that addiction is our identity, we're going to bring people around us to mirror that addiction. And addiction looks like anything. People pleasing, alcohol, enmeshment, which, caveat, because when you come into alignment with your kingdom spouse, you actually merge with them, but that's a different conversation. There's no limit to how many twin flames you can have, because the twin flame is a karmic conception that is designed to snap us out of these illusory understandings of self. And so the role of duality in all of this, who said that? I'm getting distracted. The closer you get to being in harmonious partnership, I want to call it, with your kingdom spouse, the stronger the distractions get. These distractions are designed to keep you in a state of forgetfulness. And sometimes these distractions present themselves as twin flames. Ooh, I said it. These people can come back crawling out of the woodwork after decades. Just because you're finally on the brink of freedom and happiness that you've been craving and working for so hard, your dedication is obvious. I was going to say your hard work does not go unnoticed, but I don't want to put any negatives in there. Your hard work, your dedication is obvious. These people are seeing you collapse timelines left and right, booting people off your timeline. If this person that you think is your twin flame is putting you in an energy in which you feel stuck, that is karmic. It doesn't matter what label you throw on that type of dynamic, quote unquote, or how intense the passion is. Doesn't matter. Because you'll know, if your soul knows, your soul knows what energy it needs for alignment. And it knows how your inner self Your inner standing knows what you need to draw onto your path so you can master this energy of chastity towards your calling. Because your kingdom spouse is the person that you will be able to fulfill your calling with. Because you will be partners, equals. No idolizing, no superiority. Honest equals. And maybe at first when you guys come into that, when you first come into each other's orbits, it's not the energy you step into immediately. But subconsciously, at a deeper level, your soul has been setting up exactly what y'all need to get to that place of harmony. I should say harmonious partnership. Do twins evolve to kingdom spouse status as we... Okay, Alicia, I love that question, but I'm being told to stay on track, so I will touch on that. So, when your kingdom spouse comes into your orbit, the distractions, like I said before, are going to start to kick up exponentially. Far more for the feminine than the masculine. Because through these karmic energies popping up out of the woodwork, left and right, and center, like a hailstorm, honestly. Those energies appearing in the feminine's life are actually tests for both the masculine and the feminine counterpart. And you say, well, Julia, I thought feminine and masculine counterparts were twin flames. And yeah, that's true. Because again, I'm just remembering that number that my guide screamed at me in that live. It was 66899. 66899. The coming together, the separation, the coming together, the separation, the coming together, the separation of twin flames, aka karmics, to repolarize your highest consciousness destined balance of your masculine and feminine polarities internally. And when you find the truth of who you are within you, that's going to be projected into your circumstances around you, and that's going to magnetize your kingdom spouse towards you. And in order for that to happen, you have to release all attachments to any kind of partnership. Yeah, easier said than done. Don't we all know it? But you didn't sign up for this particular journey because it was easy. You signed up for the fulfillment, for the devotion, for the service to God and to the collective. To remember who you are, why you're here, and how to live, how to love, how to be free. And it doesn't matter what kind of covering you have. And I refer to your physical form. Because it's not about that. It's about your soul's signature, undistorted. Your karmic destiny being fulfilled. Well, shall I say, I heard your karmic destiny being completed so you can step into the kingdom of God. And ooh, they hit me with a download earlier that I just remembered right now. Your kingdom spouse is your match made in heaven for earth. That is the only definition of a kingdom spouse. And only a kingdom spouse is defined that way. Your kingdom spouse is your perfect match made in heaven for earth. Twin flames, karmics, propel you closer. If you can learn to find the understanding, the wisdom, the peace amidst the chaos, and flip the script on these loops that we find ourselves stuck in, whether they're thought loops or behavioral loops. These loops are triggered into our awareness by these karmic energies. And when we start to, have fun with snapping out of them, with releasing these distorted realities, these illusions, these falsely, I'm hearing ideated, like implants in your mind, mastering that process, mastering the process of becoming who you are, puts you on the fast track towards God's kingdom on earth, which is with your kingdom spouse. Am I missing something? I heard that's the reading, and I usually hear that's the message.
No, you're picking that up, right?
The reading, though. I heard it's time for questions and answers. Okay, Alicia, you had a question here earlier that I was going to touch on. Excuse me. Do twins evolve to kingdom spouse status as we transform into higher states of consciousness? No. And I just heard someone be like, care to elaborate? No. Twins do not evolve to kingdom spouse status as we transform, I want to say ascend into higher states of consciousness. Because the definition of a twin flame is a karmic. And your kingdom spouse is not someone who can meet you when you're still under the influence of all of the significant karma, all of these distorted realities, because those distorted realities over your kingdom spouse are also keeping them away from you. So,
and you will continue to shift timelines dramatically.
Yeah. The timelines, when you get, see, when you're still with your twin flame or your karmic, you're still under the influence of time as something linear. And Narasimha was talking to me about this earlier today. He was like, Jules, time isn't real. And until you master time, you can't be with your kingdom spouse, because with your kingdom spouse, you're collapsing shit left and right to the point that literally you don't even know what day it is. And with your twin flame, you're bound to the bodily conception, the karmic reality that they're just out of reach. But if you reach a little further, you'll grab onto them. To be with your kingdom spouse is to let go and let God. And a twin flame does not mirror that. A twin flame has not mastered that, is what I heard. Mm-hmm. So, do twins... I'm hearing continue with the reading. What does that mean? Because you all know I say that's the message. But I just heard that's the reading. So, oh, they're having me channel more. Interesting. Okay. How do we know when we meet our kingdom spouse? Well, this is kind of on that same train of thought of the time, your conception and understanding of time, the way you exist within time, within your reality that you're creating. I don't want to say it glitches, but it's more like you start to see the glitching around you because your light is so much clearer. You've released so much distortion, so much, I mean, I was hearing dead weight that doesn't belong to you. And when you meet your kingdom spouse, this, whoa, it just, I mean, you thought twin flames were tower moments? You thought twin flames were tower moments? Just wait till y'all meet your kingdom spouses, okay? Okay. But you've already mastered the process of becoming yourself so that by the time you start doing this with your kingdom spouse, your kingdom partner, you're evolving at the same rate of consciousness. Your callings are intermingled. Your talents and your skills, your understanding of things, your learnings, they are harmonized and balanced in their unity and polarity. Ooh, that was pretty. That language was fun to channel.
How do you break the bond with a twin flame when you thought they were a kingdom spouse? And how distortions are layered?
Oh,
I'm feeling triggered.
Yeah, Emma, that's a heavy question. I'm going to read that again. How do you break the bond with a twin flame when you thought they were a kingdom spouse and now the distortions are layered?
The distortions are only layered in the reality of the time that you cease to be in.
The distortions are only layered in the reality of time. I missed that other part. That you like chose to be in?
Yes.
When do you sidestep her?
Apparently now.
Bruh.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
No.
Narsimma's in the house. Okay. Yo, you want to break that down? Or you want me to try to do that?
The distortions aren't reality. Included in the timelines that we're faced with right now, in the here and now. The timelines are only distortions and distractions in themselves to shake you and wake you, to make you see the moment in time that you're really sitting in, the stagnant energy that you're sitting in now, due to the person that you are waiting on hand and foot, when you can see for the fact of the matter is not just yourself. You're not putting yourself first. You're putting somebody else first. And God will shake you and wake you to make you see that. At that point, it's that timeline shift when you finally get when you finally get shook enough to have these distortions lifted, only then will it be the opportunity for you to find your kingdom spouse, but not until then. Hey. Didn't know I was going to be on here tonight.
Yeah, to whom do we all have the pleasure of listening to?
It's Dolores. Holy Hannah. Hey, girl.
Yo, this is what my reality has become.
Oh, that's intense.
Yeah.
That's why I was just knocked. Did you see me, like, knocked out for, like, the last 15 minutes?
I was so confused. I was like, where did she go?
I know. I was just sound asleep.
Yo, wait, that was Dolores?
Yeah.
Whoa. She's mirroring Narsimha really hard.
Well, they're both working together on timelines to shift the consciousness of the collective. Ooh. Hey, girl.
Because she just came through and was like, I'm going to take that one.
Yeah. Because I literally raised my hand at you. I was like, hey. But then I got that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I really pray y'all heard that. Because I could never articulate it like that.
Neither can I.
Dude.
That's like a once in a while, every now and again, I'll articulate something, and I have no idea how I'm speaking it.
Yeah.
Just comes out like that. And then I asked for that signature from Dolores, and it's like, hey, It's me. Narsimha, get over.
Well, no, because she has never sidestepped you like that.
I know.
And it came through in the energy of Narsimha, and I was like, oh my, what? That was so badass. Dolores, I love you. Whoa. When you meet your kingdom spouse, sometimes we are not the same age. Age is not... See, that's still a part of the conception of time as your grounding reality. When you're under the distortion of time as linear, of time as your reality that you operate under, you're still associating with yourself primarily as your 3D physical form. You're not your 3D physical form. That's just how you express yourself in this playground. And so I say all that to say, doesn't matter what age you are, because spiritually, you're a match.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever lessons y'all had to learn to be in an energy of prioritizing self so devoutly that your kingdom spouse could come onto your timeline, that question wouldn't even matter.
And a lot of times, too, what happens is if this person is an older version of the mirror, they have to first trailblaze that for them to give them the confidence to jump on that timeline.
Yeah, energetically, whoever is physically incarnating first, they set the energetic stage for union. Okay. It's about time to wrap it up. We'll take another question or two. Oh, Merkaba, I'm happy that it resonated with you. You're welcome, Emma. You're welcome, Lorna. Let's see. Okay. I heard that's the message.
I was just about to say that. Yep.
And then someone just said reading. Who is that?
Greedy.
No, I heard it's Dolores. No, it's just Narsimha being mean to me.
He's being greedy with your time.
Yeah, he's always greedy with my time.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't even understand. Is it possible to meet a divine... Okay, this is the last question. Okay, wait, hold on. Transcending... Oh my God. Couldn't even say that, Alicia. Okay, we'll take these two. From Alicia and Temple Magnolia. Basically, it's about transcending identity into divine self in order to even recognize our kingdom spouse.
Oh.
I should say your false identity. Because your true identity is vibing so high and aligned with your soul's calling, so much so that the distractions don't even phase you, that you're just like, oh, you're just trying to get me off my high vibe. Like, no, we're not having it. Bye. And that's what you got to do with these twin flames and these karmics, because when you're sitting in that energy of waiting, catering to them, when they're just feeding off your catering to them, that's keeping you stuck and out of your timeline of ascension and out of your timeline of your kingdom spouse. I heard...
Even up into including making you very ill.
Yeah, like the distortions can be so heavy and so deeply ingrained in your subconscious that physically they can make you sick. Like very, very sick. Okay. Yeah, then Temple Magnolia. Is it possible to meet a divine counterpart when you aren't ready, aka break up and get back together when ready? So earlier we were chatting about what divine counterpart means, and actually Dolores Cannon was saying that divine counterpart is solely meant to define and be synonymous with your kingdom spouse. It's false propaganda, yes, false propaganda, that people are saying your twin flame is your divine counterpart. With your twin flame, it's constant separation, reunion, separation, reunion, separation, reunion. With your divine counterpart, with your kingdom spouse, we're going to try to ride on that wave with the kingdom spouse terminology because there's more opportunity to ingrain a positive and accurate definition of that. When you align with your kingdom spouse, there's no need for that gap because you've already mastered your needs and your boundaries, and you've mastered your ability to communicate that, your ability to communicate your truth. That's essential.
And your kingdom spouse will also have the patience to be there supportive and emulate to you exactly what it is your soul and body needs in that moment in time. They will never want to take away to break that union for whatever reason that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because your divine counterpart, your kingdom spouse, will prioritize your needs the way that you do, which is the entire teaching of twin flames, teaching you how to prioritize yourself above all. Because when you do that, you know how to take care of yourself and you know how to hold space and care for your partner, your kingdom spouse. Go off, Michelle. Yes. This is why God said no today to your twin. Because it is kingdom spouse time. Yes, it is. Michelle puts Michelle first time. So Michelle loves Michelle's life. Yes. Okay.
When you put God first in everything and source energy first, it always can only come back around full circle. Because you're vibing at such a high positive vibe that people just can't. God cannot just let you sit in that energy and not give you somebody to mirror that with.
Right. Well, and also, like, think about the vibration. Like, I'm just seeing, like, waves of energy. If you're fully aware of yourself and fully prioritize yourself and your relationship with God, that vibration literally will reject anything less than that. Sometimes you have to make the conscious choice to kick those things out, which will look like kicking twin flames off your timeline, falsely fulfilling careers. Ooh, yes. Booting those off your timeline. Or anything else that makes you feel less than deserving of the life that you desire. Less than deserving of the life of what you love. Oh, I heard that's the message.
Me too.
Yeah.
I got that.
Yup.
As the car comes down.
Time to go. And just like that. God wants to break you out of these loops. God wants to help you break out of these loops. Your spirit team, your spirit guides of the holy light and love want to break you out of these illusions. You have to let them help you.
He wants to put those reverse lights on and back you up.
Back you up out of that false reality.
To propel you forward.
Slingshot energy.
Yes.
Ooh, and that's where we're headed next, friends. That's the message. We gotta go.
Yes, we do.
All right. Love you all dearly. And we'll see you in the next one. Yeah, no, that's the message. I'm not saying anything about anything else today. Because this is going to find, I'll reiterate it again, exactly who it's meant to at the precise time y'all need it. All my love. Happy Friday night. If you're catching this on Friday night. All right. See ya.